We're about to catch up with Dave from CrossFit Boundary and see how he's been getting on in his first 5 weeks at Gym Grow.
It went really well. Yeah, I couldn't get over the leads, like how quickly the leads were coming in,
Nice.
like the engagement. It's just so easy for people too. When they click on that ad and I don't know if it does for everybody's phone, but like when I clicked on the ad, when I seen it, and like it just auto filled your details straight in there, your name and
Yeah.
address or your name, email and phone.
Yeah.
And you just hit submit and it's easy as that.
Massive. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
so it's just like it's so quick, so simple. And then you have them kind of thing, kind of in there as a lead. Yeah, it was, yeah, really, really good way of getting people through the door.
Yeah. 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 I'm glad. Because how long have we been working together now? How long has it been?
It's probably been what, like 4 weeks?
Yeah,
like
5
four and
weeks.
a half weeks maybe. Like the campaign, like took a couple of weeks to get everything set up, and then the campaign ran for just under 2 weeks, I think.
Nice. How many signed up did you get for that first intake?
So we got 14 on the beginner program, and then we
Nice.
got 2 extra that just went straight onto memberships,
Nice. Yeah.
based on their circumstances and where they're at. And then we got 2 extra went on to like a one-to-one PT beginner
Sweet.
session.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so 18.
That's so good. Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it, especially in 2 weeks. I mean, your facility though is like it speaks volumes in terms of just like what you've got there. But very exciting in terms of like because you've got a big capacity to grow, right?
Yeah. So we've just expanded the gym, and put in that extra, like an extra mezzanine floor with a whole range of additional classes. So there were a couple. There was actually 2. The 2 that went straight on the membership went straight on to like not CrossFit kind of thing. Like they established that they were more interested in that range of classes that wasn't CrossFit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool being able to offer that as well. And then
definitely.
we're going to target.
It's huge. It's huge. So I'm out here in Dubai at the minute, and like the functional fitness scene, like training, which isn't necessarily CrossFit, not as niche as them, but still very, very similar in terms because it's just like not the high speed. It's massive. It's huge.
It is. It really is. It's massive. There's a huge move towards that, and that kind of performance type training and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the aim of the next campaign is to focus a wee bit more on like the HYROX side of things. Because that new area is kind of like tailored to like bespoke area for HYROX classes. So we're gonna like try and push that. We're gonna run two groups. So we're gonna give people the option of a morning beginner group at 7 a.m. And then an evening session as well. So hopefully between the 2, we can kind of like cover all of our excuses and kind of,
How many members were you signing up before we started together? Like, what was your average like intake month on month? Like, what did that actually look like?
It fluctuates. We ran a beginner program a few weeks ago where we had 8 on the program. Our biggest issue has always been retention from the beginner program. Like our retention's like really low, like less than 50% actually join.
Long term,
they do a beginner program and then it's like they're too scared to actually join and commit and get into the classes and break past that kind of thing. So that's always been really hard. I mean, like as I say, we fluctuate. We could have 5 a month. Some months we could go a month with no new members as well.
Really, yeah. Because the goal for you is I think we spoke in first call 300 members. Was that right?
Yeah.
That's the sort of like
it's quite ambitious, like
doable.
But yeah, it is doable.
Which is really exciting. Because in regards to like the old system compared to the new system, do you see how it's going to be more beneficial for that retention in the intro program that we built out as opposed to the old one that you were using?
Yeah, and 100%. The focus on the face-to-face seems to be absolutely like so important. It's a bit of a deal breaker in a sense. Building that rapport, that kind of like making them feel interested, like you actually really want them. Because I went along to beginners. I'm not like taking the beginners as in the main coach, but I'm going along kind of like as a second coach a wee bit.
Nice.
When I seen them all on Monday night for their first session, they were all straight on me as like they were the only person in the room that I had signed up kind of thing. Except there was like 14 of them that I had signed up. Which was kind of overwhelming too, tend to like, remember all of their names and all of that. But yeah, and then those check-ins and stuff, and just building that constant value over the next. I can see how that's going to build up, and how they feel a part of the place and welcomed, and it's so easy then for them to ask questions. And if they're not, like we had a guy on our last beginner program. There was 8 people on it, 7 girls, 1 guy, and the coaches were girls.
Yeah.
So he just dropped off and disappeared.
Yeah.
And like nobody contacted him. Like there was just nothing.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, fair enough. Like we can understand why he didn't come back because he was the only guy. But like if that kind of rapport had been there from the start, and then those check-ins had been in place and all of that, we could have either just like been like, it's sweet, to worry about it, or we could have maybe got him into a different class at a different time if he didn't like a class that happened to be all female, So yeah, just being able to like
have everything systemized, I think, is massive. Like you fall to the level of your systems, and if it's like up to the person, like, do we check in? Yes, or like maybe we do, maybe we don't. But if you've got it there that like at week 2 we do this, at week 3 we check in after this session, and like it's so much more effective to get people signed up. And also, hopefully, the other thing you'll see as well, Dave, is like your retention rate for actual long-term members, when you start integrating them properly, will actually stick around a lot longer because they'll be a lot more integrated into Boundary, and they'll be more bought in. Because I believe before we started, did you not have any contractual periods? It was all like cancel anytime.
Yeah, basically 30-day notice to cancel. So like I haven't like put that fully in place yet, like in terms of what way I'm going to look at it over the next week or so, and exactly what way we're going to do that. I've kind of bounced the idea off the coaches, and sorry, my phone just fell over. And I've kind of bounced the idea off the coaches, and they're kind of like freaking out a wee bit of the idea.
Always the case. Everyone I work with who's like doesn't do it, like we can't commit someone to 12 months. Like you can't do, and then you'll do it. People go, yeah, no problem. You'll be like, oh my god.
I know exactly. Yeah, I think it's like the whole thing's a bit of a mindset shift for the coaching team as well.
Yeah,
just the whole concept of like, people need a bit of a push and a bit of a bit of sales is actually important to get people in, committed, signed up. They have to get pushed through that first month or 2 before they start to really enjoy it and feeling a part of it. And I think we need to stop being kind of scared of that a wee bit.
100%. Yeah.
So
at the end of the day, like as fun as training is for us who are like have been training for a long time, like for a beginner or a new person, it's like it's oftentimes to begin with doesn't feel great, like in terms of like you're working hard, you're not used to everything, and so make it like fun and enjoyable, and like get them sold into that is massive. Like it's a lot of times people do need that motivating factor, and like that's someone on them, hey look, this is going to be really good for you, like the benefits you're going to get off the other side of this is going to be huge, because like as we know, like fitness is massive. Like it's a massive part of my life, and I know it is yours from watching your Instagram. And you're a good athlete, by the way. I see your watching your ring muscle ups the other day. I was like, yeah, let's go.
I love a wee ring muscle up.
Yeah, class. But the gymnastics stuff was never my forte. I mean, I can do it, but it's never been like my.
It tends to be Olympic lifting or gymnastics tends to be your go-to. I'll always go to gymnastics over lifting, like. But
I'll always pick a heavy barbell over gymnastics. I still love it. But yeah, that's awesome to hear that the onboarding program is you can see the benefit that, and you can see the system that is going to help people stay long term. In regards to like, were you using paid ads before we started together? We have
done. Yeah, it's always just felt like money down the drain, honestly. Really? They've just always been so generic. We've never had that call to action thing. We've never had like a strong, tangible way of tracking whether they're effective or not. We've had people that we know have seen an ad and joined over the years, but like it's 1 or 2 that I know of, kind of thing. So it always just seemed random.
No structure, no system. Because strategy. You've done really well. If you've done 18 signups, what's the beginner price for the program?
125.
So what is that? 18 times 125, 2.2k generated off. I think you've only spent £500 on ads. Which is huge, like a 4x return, just immediate. But even still, like like that's great. Like that's amazing, making profit at the front end. But the real benefit of this is now the monthly recurring revenue of getting those 18 people into long-lasting relationships with yourself and Boundary to stick around and be part of the community.
Exactly.
That's huge. That's huge, because that's where we'll just see it tick up each month and start building and building. Alongside all the rest of the stuff in terms of like the organic social media, the brand messaging is going to be massively important. So in regards to like where you were before to now implementing these systems, what do you feel had the biggest impact? What do you think like sort of has changed the mindset in terms of like, okay, I can see how this is going to get us to 300 members, or like I can see how this like what would you say has been the biggest thing for you?
I think just like literally seeing actual names on the dashboard, like as soon as the ads went live, and then actual people coming through the door. And when you have somebody in front of you, you know, it shows that they are actually serious about signing up. And like 80% of people that turned up for a meeting signed up, you know, and it's not a hard sell at that point. You know, the hard work is just in chasing leads and people that submit their details, don't book a meeting, and chasing those kind of people. And we would hustle around people constantly and stuff. But I think it's just literally seeing real names, real people, real faces coming from them ads. Like it felt like we were pulling like people, like what's the word, like the worms from the woodwork or something, or do you know what I mean? Or like it felt like we were just like finding people that we didn't know existed or something. You know, that are out there. And it's like, it's always been like, how do we get them, or how do we find them? This seems to be like a route where we can find them and pull them in.
Yeah. I think it's a really common thing for business owners, including myself, that went through this. Is like you don't realize that people don't know you exist or who you are or where you're at, and it's like you just put a radius around you with where you're at Belfast. Like you've probably got 150,000 people. Like you can sign up 20 people a month is not a big proportion of the population.
I know. Because sometimes you get a mindset. There's so many gyms, and the gym scene has become so competitive in the past few years that you kind of like, is there enough people for all these gyms, kind of thing? But there is, you know, and there's plenty of people that need fitness that are not fit. So no, there definitely is enough people out there. It's just finding them, you know, breaking through.
Yeah, 100%. How did you find the AI booking the consults for you?
It's pretty good. Like, pretty good if they responded to it, you know, and the kind of follow-up messages and all of that. I don't know if people know it's AI straight away or not. But I think that kind of instant thing makes it pretty easy for them. Is the main thing. It's just that it's easy. It's when it's fresh in their mind. And then, you know, if they're not overly responsive, when you follow it up with a phone call or a text or something, then I think it makes them feel like they're wanted. You know, like you actually want them as a member. It makes them feel special.
I agree. I think it's really important to show that you're keen to welcome them as well. I think that's massive. Do you see the roadmap? Do you believe the roadmap to 300 members yet?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm still like a little apprehensive about seeing these beginners turn into actual members. I'm a little like just apprehensive about how we go about that. And we have like from talking to the guys, we've taken our membership options off the website and stuff. We've adjusted all of that. Because that came up even in meetings with people who were like, they had already gone and looked at the prices 100%. And were kind of a bit cagey about the prices, or they went home to think about it and then haven't looked at the prices, saying they couldn't afford that membership price, things like that. So it's sort of like, I could see that being an issue, and it could also be an issue in terms of why we had lots of leads that didn't turn into bookings or meetings. So taking that off, but then I'm also just a wee bit like, how do I sign people up if I don't just say go to the website, sign up? Do you know what I mean? Like it's like it's like a new system and a new way of signing people up.
I'm excited.
It's working like even I think it's amazed me since we took off. We've only had it off like 5 or 6 days since we took the prices off the website. It's amazed me how many people have contacted the gym via the website with queries wanting to know about joining. and then I can just like come down and have a chat, and I'll go through everything, and we'll try and get you signed up. And it's basically implementing the same idea as the paid ads. While normally, obviously, those people just go on the website, have a look, and then
it's because what the first thing they see is like the price, and the focus on the price. No, too expensive. Like it's like rather than understanding like what you can offer them, how you can help them achieve their goal, like how you can support them and get to that position that they want to get to. Otherwise, it's just like price. No, it's like instant not paying that, and especially if you're priced at a premium service, which we want to be priced at because we want to deliver. So it's like you just have to not let that get in the way of people wanting to come down and check you out. I think it's massive.
Yeah, no, 100%. You just want to get them through the door, see the facility, see what's on offer, buy into it, as you say, hook them in, and then the price is just by the way kind of thing at that stage.
Yeah.
You know, so I can see how that's going to work well.
So have they just started week 1 of the beginners program? Has actually started, like you've started coaching them in week 1?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, definitely. So have you gone through the pricing options with them moving forward? Are you still deliberating on how you're actually going to price it?
Yeah. I haven't gone through the membership pricing options with them. I kind of like, we have a lot of different membership options at the minute.
Yeah,
because of our setup.
We need to streamline that. We need to make it super simple. Like it's this or that.
I know. So I feel like it needs simplified.
Yeah, simple is so much better. Like there's just 2 options. It's this or that. It's so much more likely that like easier for someone to make a choice as opposed to like here's my 8 options, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like I was kind of like asking them how often do they want to train initially. We have most people tend to start on like 13 classes a month typically as a kind of entry point. But then we have these other complicated options because we've got the mezzanine upstairs area, we've got a hot yoga studio which they can also have on their membership, and then we've got different and then if we go to like a 6-month contract or 12-month contract price, so you have a monthly contract price, a 6-month, 12-month price. Then we're going to like, I don't know, 35 membership options or something.
Yeah, way too many. You want to streamline that as much as possible. But you also got to think as well, Dave, like who do you want? Like, do you want people that are only going to come 1 time a week, or do you want that person that is going to be committed and come in 3 times a week and actually make a big change? Because they're the people that are going to refer more people and get a better result from using your service more. And like ultimately, you set the standard of like who you want to work with. Like you're the business, you're the one offering the service. Like that's always the mindset I've had, and it's paid off massively. Like at Hotbox, we just have 2. We just have a monthly rolling membership and a 12-month option, and both of that gives you access to everything.
Really? So basically you just have unlimited access membership for everybody?
Yeah, and we have 2. And the only thing I would recommend is if you didn't want to go unlimited and you wanted to limit it to, let's say, like 3 times a week or 4 times a week, you just have that set. But I wouldn't start going like 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Like it's just like we've got 2 memberships. One you commit long term, and then the price is a bit cheaper, or you've got a monthly roll in. You're paying a more premium rate because you're not committing to a long term buy-in, and like that's it. And then it's like this or that, and it's so easy for the customer to be like, "Well, I want this one."
Yeah.
I think it's huge.
Yeah. I need to look at that.
You definitely want to be letting the guys know on the beginners program ASAP so that they can start prepping for, because like you want to tell them now so that when it comes to like week 3 into the program, they've already got the mind up. You don't want to sort of spring it on them down the line. You want to set that expectation from the start and say, hey, like these are our membership options, just so you're aware.
Okay. Yeah.
You definitely want to drop that in. And you're going to be booking check-in meetings with them as well, right?
Yeah.
Which would be huge.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
What would you say to someone thinking about starting GymGrow? Would you recommend to a friend?
Yeah, we would. Yeah. As long as not too close to us.
Oh, I mean, we're already working with RSLT, aren't we?
Yeah. No, I definitely would. Because I mean, you guys, that's the biggest thing. You guys know the market, you know the industry, you know the whole concept of a CrossFit gym and how it works, which has been the biggest difference with other marketing agencies who don't have a clue, who, they put an ad for you together and they spell it cross with a space and fit and all that, and things like that. And you're like, it's just not right. So yeah, the whole system from start to finish, and not just that, like you guys are very invested in you're not just invested in like direct sales. You're also invested in systems and how we like free up our time and how we get to that place where we're able to delegate and like, make
100%.
ourselves, not needed almost kind of thing. And also, and actually you're also interested in retention and the whole picture, the whole business is something, it actually feels a little bit like a slightly consulting
Yeah.
vibe a little bit,
Yeah.
the added value around all of that stuff. With the check-in calls and stuff, and then obviously with the coaches meeting thing that was on this morning with everybody and just like bouncing off each other and learn from each other. So yeah, I definitely recommend. I just wish you were around sooner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Earlier,
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, and definitely, I feel like the people, like myself, Michael, Amy, and all the rest of the guys that behind the scenes at Gym Grow that you potentially don't see, like we are so invested into the success of yourself at Boundary and all the other gyms we're working with, because like, and I've been there. I mean, I don't know about you, but like my first year in business of running my gym like was stressful. Like, and I understand like the headaches and like the things that come with running a gym. And like, I know you were already in a good position. Like you weren't, do you know what I mean? You weren't struggling, but like I do really want to see yourself and the other gyms that we're working with like really succeed, because ultimately I feel like for us to have the biggest impact in this world is getting more people into fitness and getting more people training. And if we even looked at it more of like a political level, it's like, how do we help people get healthier and stop wasting millions of pounds on like the epidemics through bad health,
chronic disease and all that. It's massive.
It's like it's not going to be medication that fixes that. It's got to be getting people healthy. And I think having been in that business space is great, and I think getting more people involved with that is awesome. And to see you then get to like 300 members and basically fire yourself from the business and just enjoy it as a member is going to be fucking awesome to see.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think if you can get the gym to a place where it's healthy and then you can afford to do things too. So you can afford to buy a niche piece of equipment because people want it, or you can afford to run an event and spend some money, and you can afford to give your bonus at Christmas, your coaches a bonus at Christmas. Like this business, CrossFit gyms typically don't have the luxury of what other businesses typically have, whereby you can give people pay raises, give people bonuses, you can give them expenses for things, you can buy them nice uniforms. Like everything's so tight usually in a CrossFit gym.
Yeah.
It can feel like a real struggle to, break even and make money. So like if you can get the place at that point where it's like a thriving, healthy business, then everybody's going to benefit from that.
100%. Dave, it's been awesome to catch up. Let's schedule this in maybe like once a month or something, and just keep touching base and watching the journey. But I'm buzzing for you, and I'm excited to get you up to that. Awesome to catch up with Dave there. So excited to see where he's going to be in the next 6 months, 12 months, getting up to that 300 member mark. I think he's around 200 at the minute. So really increasing the number of members he's got, having more of an impact on people's lives, and creating a business that you want and you love as a business owner. If you're interested in working with Gym Grow and myself, click the link below to book a call on my calendar where we will do a full audit of your business. And at worst, you come away with some great strategies to implement and maybe some bottlenecks that are holding you back. And at best, you start working with us, we'll go for everything. Click the link. See you in the next one, guys.